And I wasn't looking at this. We've had some interesting occurrences taking place in England when I wasn't looking. Let's see. Also, I have gained a rash. So, we had an interesting set of affairs in England take place. It would appear that William the Conqueror won and became King of England. Then the Norwegian King Harald then defeated William the Conqueror and himself became King of England. Though Norway now rules both England and the Duchy of Normandy. Very interesting, that. That Duke William is also now Duke of Essex and East Anglia. And someone else has become Duke of Normandy. Let's see. Where's the dynasty tree allocated, is what I would like to know. It's just from this. William the Conqueror is who I would like to find. Yeah, because we have Duke Ralph of Normandy. Now, I need to find William the Conqueror on here. That's William de Normandy, Eleanor, Richard, Judith, Alice, William de Normandy right here, and Ralph here. So if I'm reading this right, let's see. Brothers. So that would, if I'm reading this correctly, make Duke William and Duke Ralph either second or third cousins. I'm not entirely sure which, but I think that's what's going on. I think I finally figured out what was going on. William the Conqueror invaded England, took it over. Since he became king, he could only hold 2 duchy titles at the same time. So what he did was he appointed his second or third cousin over here, Ralph, who was a distant enough relation to not have any immediate desire to claim the throne. He appointed him as Duke, as a way to keep it in the family, so to speak. Then, when Norway invaded and took over, William was relegated to a couple of English duchy titles that he took for himself after some rebellions, and that is what's going on there. And this right here is just some internal revocation war. But apparently, this is interesting, and a little bit opposite what you usually see. Norway is elective. England is primogeniture. So, England will pass by blood to the immediate successor of Harald Hardrada, while Norway will go to whoever gets elected. I'll have to keep an eye on Norway and see how things develop up there, because that would be very interesting, and probably kind of neat to take a look at sometimes, seeing as there's not going to be a massive amount going on down here as Venice, while we're just focusing on making money. You were walking idly around the court of the High Chief. You suddenly hear a discussion increasing in intensity around the corner. Turning the corner, you're surprised to see one of the priests from your expedition engaged in a wild theological debate with a local noble. This could endanger the whole venture. Let's see. I will intervene with my charm and soothe the debaters. We are gregarious, and we will use that. Here's to hoping we succeed at that. As we spend more time talking to the High Chief of Pomerania, we realize we have a lot more in common than mere business interests. And I have gained both a friend and a profitable agreement. I become close friends with the High Chief, so what I'm going to do is mark him as a character of special interest. We'll keep an eye on what's going on with him, just to see how things go in his area of the world. And that rash that we got earlier is gone, and we are now better. Excellent. With our new trade route set up, we return with the first batch of goods and sell them for a nice profit. The influx of new wares will also benefit the economy for a long period to come. Well, money is always needed, and we gain 263 gold, 150 prestige, and our capital of Zadar gets trade route until the 30th of March 1098, giving us a massive buff to our city, castle, and tribal tax, an increase to prosperity. We get trader, it gives us 2 more stewardship, and a plus to our city vassal opinion. Very nice. Now, we're going to take the opportunity to reinvest that money. Over here in Ragusa. Well, that's one thing we could do. Invest it in a trade post in Ragusa. Build ourselves another trade post. Or save it up to be able to upgrade our mansion. No, I'm going to put a trade post in Ragusa next. There goes most of our money, but I think it will be a wise investment. I hope so. Allow us to increase our profit going forward. Our steward has brought in riches, who is competent handling of the trading expedition and probably expects to be rewarded. We will reward him appropriately. 52.5 gold, and he becomes grateful. We are now poor again. But I am hoping this will be money well invested. In March of 1069, when that trading post finishes. Some cardinal got a seat in the College of Cardinals. Got to be honest, I am not paying any attention to religion in this playthrough right now. Son of a bitch. Merchant galleys belonging to our family have been ambushed by pirates. The brigand seized 2 ships, but there is little that can be done with the captured crews. They will most likely be sold as slaves along with the cargo their ships were carrying. Barbarians! And now we are in debt for the next couple of months. We're going to have to put up with a little bit of bankruptcy for the time being. For the next 2 months, in fact. now down to -7, so we are very close to being able to pay off our debt. But seriously, is there something wrong with either you or your wife? Because you are not making babies very well. She doesn't have any traits reducing her fertility. What about you? No, you don't either, so get to work, you two. Start having children. You want to have at least one child, because I'm fairly certain you would like your heir to be your son, rather than your half-brother. So please get to work on that, would you? Start making babies. Or do I need to switch your focus from business to seduction and get you started on seducing some people and having a few bastards? I might do. Trade post has been built by the Contarini family in Aquilia. Not sure how we're doing as far as trading posts go in comparison to everyone else. But we're going to need to throw down as many as we can, if for no other reason than because it will get us plenty of money on the go. Apparently the Doge made peace in his little war that we somehow got involved with the Genoese. Or the Genoans, rather. And I'm not sure how you say that, honestly. Genoese or Genoans. Genoa won the war, apparently. That's unfortunate. We made the Doge like us more again. We've been spending countless hours sketching out plans for different building projects when we suddenly realized how we could display our extraordinary architectural skills. We could build a grand tower that will dwarf everything else in the landscape. It will be glorious, or I won't be able to afford it. No. We need to show off our skills, I think. Or do we? We may be humble, but in regards to something like this, I think there's only so far humility goes, and being unacknowledged for something we are clearly quite good at is a step too far. Begin the preparations. A trade post has been built by us in Ragusa. That's going to lose us a lot of money. Our construction will need a mason to work the stone for both beauty and strength. Who should we hire? We lose a lot of cash doing this. Let's see here. We could borrow money from the Jewish merchants to fix that. In fact, I think I will. We'll borrow that from the Jewish merchants to both get us out of debt and be able to make a few upgrades. Ragusa. Here, I think. One sort of split. Epirus. I will start upgrading a few of my trading posts now. Or will I? Maybe I'll just build another trading post. let us see. Trade post in Provence, already in existence. There's some more places along here I could build posts, but they're all taken. Pisa and Genoa. What about you? 324 needed. Now, 354, 66. How is Cyprus? They ain't doing so hot for this. $229. Word is spread all over the realm of our prestigious building project. While some might be skeptical, most are openly impressed with the scale of the planned tower. The doubters will indeed be proven wrong. I might actually just decide to throw down another trading post right away, rather than anything else. Our builder is coming to us and complaining about the hard and tiresome work of planning how to carve the stones for the tower, and is asking for more payments to finish the plans, since he's already used up the first. Strangely enough, according to rumor, he seems to have had quite a lot of time to spare chasing after women in your court. Is that right? Oh, do not tell me he is just wasting his time to squeeze more cash out of us. I will be so pissed if that turns out to be the case. But fine. We hired you, I guess we have to pay for more. Before the construction of a building this large can begin, we need to make sure we have enough high-quality stone. My steward suggests importing a reliable trade partner. It could be beneficial to the region to have access to a nearby quarry. Building a quarry would be prohibitively expensive. We would be in debt for a very long time. So, we will take the less expensive approach and just import it. We'll still have to put up with being in debt for a little bit, but we can deal with it. During the construction, a couple of the workers were killed by a falling granite block as the ropes holding it snapped. People are demanding stricter security measures as well as compensation to the families that lost their husbands and fathers. Let's see, what would we do? Gregarious. Kind is not something we are, that's for sure. And also, in addition to not being kind, we are a rich person during the Middle Ages, meaning that we aren't exactly inclined to be nice to peasants, so peasants are very expendable. Deal with it. Now we have to make back the amount of money we owe to the banks, and probably we owe a little bit to the Doge as well, since I imagine that is who we would be lending. Instead of drilling the commanders, our marshal has apparently been fighting them. There truly is a lack of discipline in the ranks. We lose prestige and become rivals with our marshal. Unfortunately, we can't ditch him for a better marshal because we don't have anyone in our court. And if my previous attempt to play as a merchant republic is anything to go by, no one's going to want to come to our court. Anyways, event time. The Doge has decided to organize a lavish ceremony to accompany his daughter's baptism, and he has decided to grant us the honor of being her godfather. That is so nice. So we are now the godfather of the Doge's daughter. Very nice indeed. And we are also now making 8.5 gold every month. Not exactly poor, now are we? But we also still have no children. That is very annoying to me. Very, very annoying. Seriously, you two, get started making babies. What's taking you so long? We can start on recruiting a court physician again now. I'll wait until we are no longer bankrupt. The Great Tower we began planning so long ago has finally been finished. A tower this tall can be seen from a long way away, and people are equally amazed and frightened by the power we have displayed by accomplishing such a grand feat. During the years of work, we have spent time perfecting our knowledge in the many key aspects of the science of construction, knowledge that will last centuries. The tower is also sure to hold back thousands of enemy soldiers. We could say it is merely a spare time pursuit, but no. I am truly a professional builder now. Gain 100 prestige, gain the architect trait. Lose. We could say that. Let's see. Let's actually think this over. Yes. Yes. So, we gain 100 prestige, become an architect, which gives us plus 20 siege, plus 1 martial, plus 2 stewardship, and plus 10. We lose trader, and we get Great Tower, giving us plus 1 monthly prestige and plus 5 general opinion. So we don't actually have to worry about losing trader, because it gives us, as you can see here, plus 2 stewardship, which is also one of the things that architect gives us, so that will not change. Some people are arriving at our court, and our marshal is no longer marshal. But we have a marshal who is not shit. Nice. I do love having marshals that are not shit. But now we have that going on. And still making 8.5 gold. It was showing 4 for a second there because it was kind of calculating the fact that trader had been removed for a second. That took a bit. The High Chief, our dear friend, has just died because of a bad case of the flu. How unfortunate. And his son has taken over. So I think now we're going to remove the son from important characters because we don't actually care about the son. We became good friends with the father, but the son, to us, is just a source of money, really. And there we are no longer in debt, and are actually turning a profit once again. This is very nice. Opportunity to remind everyone of our rulership. We want to mint coins. No. Again, we simply can't afford it. Right now. That's the only reason why Bono here is rejecting that every time. Financial reasons. If we had the money available, then we would absolutely do it, but we don't. The Doge is now offering us a position on his council. Very nice indeed. To the sincere wit Bono, your wisdom and mercy are legendary. We've decided to offer you... it's decided, rather, to offer you the position of commander. Apparently I was wrong. We're being offered the position of commander. We have only 6 marshal, though. We're not a very good commander. This is obviously just because he wants to give us something. Can't get away with offering anything too much. Should I accept this position as the Doge's commander? Military. We are not really a military person. We're more of a businessman. So, my Doge, I must respectfully decline. Military is just not for me. I do hope you understand. And he's not offended by our rejection, fortunately. He could have been. But now we will try once more to recruit ourselves a court physician. And hopefully find someone who is not some pagan who wants us to become a Sumanesco or something to cure our plague or some such. Not that we have plague, mind you. One of our commanders has improved a bunch. So let's see. It's 1, 2, or 3 marshal. He currently has 10. He gained 2 marshal from that. I really need to get a few more commanders set up. Oh, no I don't. Because we only have 1 commander, and that's all we can have right now. A while after we spread the word we're seeking the employ of a court physician, one of the priests from Canin arrived at our court. The cynical priest introduced himself as Umberto the monk, and expressed a wish to serve us. Though seeing as this individual is shunned by the rest of the priests, the religious authorities are unlikely to approve. Well, as I've said before, we are not exactly the most religiously inclined person. Bono basically pays lip service to the church, and that's about it. But I will say this. He's better with religion than he is with spies. So, why don't you leave your dusty old tomes and come join me at my court as my physician? He is now known as the monk. Now, would you also like to replace the worst court chaplain known to man? Go on then. the Doge is fighting someone right now, apparently. Let's see. I'm going to have our court chaplain go off to Rome and improve our religious relationship with the Pope. I would like to stay in his good books and, among other things, not be excommunicated. That would be rather nice, if I'm honest. Not being excommunicated is a good thing, as shocking as that may be. But yes, we have some pagan raiders currently looting Venice. Fine, loot away. Just stay the fuck away from my mansion, will you? But our respect in terms of the whole getting elected as Doge thing is going up quite a bit. We are, in fact, right now in second place as far as chances of becoming the next Doge, even though we have only the third most respect of any candidate, and considering everything are still quite young, at only 25 years old. Because one of the factors to how respected you are is actually your age. I'm going to need that 430 some gold to get my mansion built. So, continuing on and making more money. More cardinal stuff. Oh, what's going on here? It's an embargo war against Genoa. Why, my Doge? Why did you get involved in a war against the fucking Holy Roman Empire? That seems like a rather dumb thing to do, if you ask me. It really does. Just seem quite dumb. I cannot describe that as being an intelligent move, no matter how you look at it. See, as our efforts of gaining wealth grow all the more determined, we sleep less and less, and sleeping is not a profitable behavior. I must have more gold. I must. We become stressed. That decreases my fertility, unfortunately. So we may not be as likely to have kids with this character. Which is very annoying. I would have rather liked for him to have some children, quite honestly. Whatever. We move on now, and I make more money. I am currently saving up my money to be able to upgrade our mansion for that increase in cash. So it's unlikely we'll spend our money on anything before we get that 430 sum. Once again, Captain selling part of his cargo. God damn it! Apparently we still haven't managed to crack the whip hard enough. Step it up, will you? Step it the fuck up. You are not doing your whip cracking effectively enough. The court chaplain of Venice wants our support in the council. What do we think of him? Let's see. My opinion of him is 14. What's my opinion of the Doge? Minus 14. We are not that fond of the Doge. So, if this guy wants to get some voting going, that's going to potentially go against what the Doge wants, we wouldn't be so bothered, because we are not that fond of our Doge. Apparently my zeal and religious beliefs have led me to become more respected and gotten me more prestige. Even though we're not all that religious, and as I said before, just basically pay lip service. Unexpected, really. Very, very unexpected. But for now, we're just kind of chilling and making ourselves some money. And the Doge likes us more. Well done. Harold Hadrada is still King of Norway and of England. William the Conqueror has been let out of the pen, so to speak. Again, no, I do not wish to be a commander. I hope you will stop asking me that at some point. And we are really making the Doge like us more. Which is nice and all, but there's really nothing else for me to do with my